Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Angelisa, and on this channel we read, discuss, and obsess over books together. And today I'm going to be discussing my January TBR with you guys. This is going to be the first TBR of the year, so we're starting off with like an average amount of books. Average is different for everybody, but for me, on average, I will read anywhere from like sometimes only like 3 books a month to like 15 books a month. So my number for TBR recently has been 10. It's a nice even number, and I find that it gives me enough to choose from while also giving me freedom to, like, if I finish all those books, then I can pick up other books that I've been wanting. So we're gonna jump right into it. I have my books here facing backwards, so there's no spoilers. The first one I'm going to discuss is one I'm in the middle of right now. It's Wicked by Gregory Maguire. If you don't know, this is the book that the musical Wicked is based off of, that the movie is based off of. So I've started reading this, and at first I thought it was going to be very similar to the movie, but it is not. Like, it is, but the characters are definitely a little bit different than the movie. The movie is definitely, the director and like writers probably put their own spin on things, which I did love. But so far, I am enjoying the book. I am doing a reading vlog for it, so stay tuned for that. I thought it would be really fun to do a reading vlog for this book considering the hype right now. But yeah, so far, loving it. But this was also on my January TBR this month. Next, we have a few romances. The first one here is Powerless by Elsie Silver. I've had this on my TBR for a bit because I read the first 2 books earlier in 2024. I was about to say earlier this year, but we are now in 2025, so I gotta get that right. I read the first 2 books in 2024, and I've been wanting to read this one. This is a hockey romance. It's part of the Chestnut Springs series, which is about like a bunch of like brothers and a sister, and I'm pretty sure Jasper isn't technically a brother in this, but he is a very close friend. So yeah, I love standalone, like interconnected standalone series, romance books especially. I think they're so much fun, so I'm really excited to read this one. The next romance we have is Expiration Dates by Rebecca Serle. So this one I actually picked up recently in a book haul, but I wanted to read it because I got the audiobook and it's just a really short book, and I thought it'd be really cute. When I read the synopsis and what kind of the concept of the book was, I got really excited. It's basically this idea that every time this girl meets a new man, she receives a slip of paper with his name and a number on it, and the number is always the exact amount of time that they'll be together. But she meets this guy one day, Jake, and his name doesn't have any number next to it. So the idea is that like they have no expiration date. I've heard mixed reviews about this, but I'm still really excited, and the cover is just so cute. Next, another romance book we have, Maybe Meant to Be by Elle Walther. I have the audiobook sitting in my Libby ready to borrow, so that's partially why I put this on my January TBR, because I thought it would be a good time to get it done while I have the audiobook. I'm really excited for this book. I love Elle Walther's like writing style. I think it's really fun, and when I read The Summer of Broken Rules, I really liked it. I thought that it was a very cute YA, so I think that Maybe Meant to Be will also be really good. And again, love the cover of her books. I love the pale purple. I know that like we're in the winter and this is giving fall. It was on my fall TBR, but I still really want to read it, and I think it'll be really good. Moving on to some mysteries. The first one I want to read is The Housemaid's Secret. So this is the second book to The Housemaid by Freida McFadden. I don't know if you guys have seen, but The Housemaid is going to be adapted into a movie, and they've released like the promo and like the casting of who's going to be playing who, and I am so excited. I think it's going to be a really good movie adaptation. I usually really do enjoy mystery thriller movie adaptations of books versus like a romance one. I find that romance ones always miss the mark for some reason, but I want to read this before I watch the movie, just because, I don't know, I feel like it would be fun, and I have been wanting to read this for a while since I read The Housemaid, so I thought I'd put this on my January TBR as well. Next, another mystery thriller, we have Final Girls by Riley Sager. If you've ever watched this channel or have watched a few videos of this channel, you would know that I love Riley Sager, and I've been like kind of working on his backlist, and this is one that I've been waiting to read. Like, okay, I feel like I've never actually explained what this is about. I've always just said it's about like final girls. So first of all, there's a blurb on the front that says, if you liked Gone Girl, you'll like this, and that blurb is written by the Stephen King. I love Gone Girl, so I feel like I would obviously love this. And then the synopsis, like, it has a blurb from Karen Slaughter, who's also a very good thriller author, and it has a New York Times book review. But the synopsis: 10 years ago, college student Quincy Carpenter went on vacation with 5 friends and came back alone. In an instant, she became a member of a club no one wants to belong to, a group of similar massacre survivors known in the press as the Final Girls. Lisa, who lost 9 sorority sisters to a college dropout's knife, Sam, who went up against the sack man during her shift at the Nightlight Inn, and now Quincy, who ran bleeding through the woods to escape him. Despite the media's attempts, the girls never meet. Now Quincy is doing well, maybe even great, thanks to her Xanax prescription. She has a caring, almost fiance, Jeff, and a therapeutic presence in Coop, the police officer who saved her life all those years ago. Her memory won't even allow her to recall the events of that night. The past is in the past. That is until Lisa is found dead in her bathtub, wrists slit, and Sam appears on Quincy's doorstep, intent on making Quincy relive the past. And when new details about Lisa's death come to light, Quincy's life becomes a race against time as she tries to unravel Sam's truths from her lies and remember what really happened at Pine Cottage before what was started 10 years ago is finished. It just sounds so interesting. I'm really excited. I've been wanting to read this for a while and I just like haven't gotten into it, and I want to see Riley Sager's take on like the final girl, I don't want to say like trope, but I guess you would call it a trope in like the thriller world. I don't know. But yeah, so this is also gonna be on my January TBR. Another little mystery, I want to read the second book of Finlay Donovan. So this one's Finlay Donovan Knocks Them Dead by Elle Cosimano. I read the first one last month and really enjoyed it, and the audiobook came up on Libby and I did borrow it and kind of start listening to it, and then I got distracted and started another book. So I'm gonna restart it with the book in tandem, and I'm really excited. I really liked the first one. My friend read the entire series in like a few weeks and she said that she loved them and she thinks I like them. So I'm really excited. I've had these on my shelf for like I think like since the beginning. Like this was like one of like the first 100 books that I purchased and I still haven't read it. So I am getting into the series now. So this is another mystery that I'm going to put on my TBR for January. Okay, moving on to fantasies. The first one I have here is Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune. So I don't know what it is. I just really want to read this book. I got it in a book haul recently and I read the synopsis in that book haul, but really quickly, basically it's about this Reaper who comes to get Wallace, this man who's about to die. He's given 1 week to cross over, and in those 7 days he's like living everything that he wanted to do. And I really like The House in the Cerulean Sea and TJ Klune's writing style and like how he got the important messages that he was trying to get across. So I don't know, I'm really excited about this book. I think it's gonna be really good, and I've heard really good things about it. So I picked it up and I'm gonna read it this month because I also have the audiobook. Okay, next, another fantasy. I'm gonna attempt to read Queen of Shadows this month. I have been putting it off for too long and I can't put it off anymore. I want to finish the series and restart it all over again. Like I think I've just been putting off because I don't want it to end, but I can just like reread it. Like it's fine. It's fine. So I'm gonna do it. It is a chunky book. It's 640 pages. I didn't realize that this book was as chunky as like A Court of Mist and Fury and Aquawar was. So that's fun. I really didn't realize that, which means that the next books are way bigger. So that's fun. I will, I guess, get through that once we get to that point. But yeah, we're gonna attempt it. Hopefully it happens. If it does, there will be a reading vlog, of course. The last book on my January TBR is Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. So I finished The Chamber of Secrets in December and I wanted to read the third one this month. So I'm going to keep on going and read the third one. And yeah, you guys will hear my thoughts about it. I'm also hoping to, after I read the third one, watch the third movie because I haven't watched all the movies. I've only read and watched the first and second, and like literally that started like last year. Like I've been doing it slowly. So I'm really excited about that. And I think this is a lot of people's like favorite one, The Prisoner of Azkaban. I just read the synopsis and I'm so confused. But anyway, so yeah, very excited to read this month. And who knows, maybe if I end up having a good reading month, I'll just move on to the next one and read the next one too. Anyway, that is all of the books that I want to read in January. at the very least, I'm hoping. I've been in a very big like reading mood this week, so I'm really hoping I can just ride that momentum into January and keep going. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos. I am gonna post my like 2024 wrap up, like all the books I read in 2024 video. I just haven't decided what format I want to do it in, so I'm trying to take like one more day to think about it, and then I'm gonna post it. Comment down below what you guys prefer. If you'd prefer if I just did like a yes or no type of thing, if you prefer that like I go into depth in each book. I am of course going to provide my rating, but there's different ways to do it, and I never know what viewers are interested in. If they just want like a quick like, I read this book, I rated it this much, and this is what I liked about it or didn't like about it, or if you guys want a more like in-depth review, or if you want like a tier ranking. Yeah, let me know down below what you want for that, and I will try to produce that for you. Anyway, thank you guys so much. I hope you enjoyed. Comment down below what you are planning to read for the month of January. Happy New Year. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you in the next video.